It is October the 1st, 2020, and I've come out here today to beautiful Lexington Green to make a short video just for the people in the Facebook group, The Freedom Movement. We're standing here today when the country is going through big changes, very similar to April the 19th, 1775, when it was likewise going through some changes. This is where a group of men who summoned together by Paul Revere at midnight, April the 18th, after being alerted to the fact that the regulars were coming out from Boston, which is that road up there yonder, and they were coming out here to seize arms and munitions. They would have spent the night in Buckman's Tavern, that yellow building exactly as it is today, over there yonder, and they would await the arrival at 5:15 in the morning of 750 redcoats under Colonel Smith, led in the front by Major Pitcairn, here to Lexington. Their function and purpose that day was to continue on out to Concord to seize and destroy munitions that the Patriots had put together in the event that a crisis was about to take place. The leader of the Lexington men was a man called Captain John Parker, and he brought his men out here onto the green very bravely, and he formed a line, 2 rows from here over to that side of the green, 77 men in total, and they were to face 750 redcoats of the most powerful military in the world at that time. Now, we are in a similar situation, and we must ask ourselves, what must we do ourselves at this time of crisis? But Captain John Parker and his 77 men, they stood out here on the green, not to prevent the redcoats from going out to Concord in that direction, but to make a stand and to make a point, as these intolerable acts were impinging upon their freedom, and they were demanding to live as free men. When the redcoats come onto this green, they would have ordered the Americans to lay down their arms and to disperse. Dispersing was a good idea, laying down the arms was intolerable. So Major Parker will order his men to disperse, and while they're doing so, a shot is fired, from whom we are not sure. But once the first shot is fired, the regulars will fire back into the American lines and eventually kill 8 Americans and wound 10 to 12 other Americans out here on the green. Now, these were brave men who stood and made a difference, and this was the start of the events that we will continue on to Concord to relate to. This is just a very brief telling of what happened here, just to point out that maybe today we are in the same position where we must actually take a stand. Today, of course, it's non-violent, but we must actually do something. I will point out one house in particular. That White House over there yonder is the home of Jonathan it's the home of a man who stood out here